Thanks for viewing this video on basic shooting in the game Gruntz, which is a 15mm skirmish wargame. The first thing to notice here is the importance of having matching pairs of dice. You can see there I've got 6 matching pairs. This makes shooting in Gruntz incredibly easy and much quicker than using dice of the same colour. This is just a high level overview of the shooting between 2 units of 6 grunts. They both have a commander with them as well. It's not intended to be an exhaustive, detailed view of how it runs in the game, so hopefully this will give you a brief overview and allow you to learn more if you take interest in the rules. So on the left of the screen I have some East Hyadam trade forces. These are human grunts and they're going to take a shot at the Proteline hunters on the right of the screen. The East Hyadam Trade Force have a shoot of 5, which I can see on their profile card. Shoot skill of 5. When firing, you just add a 2d6 to this, and because we're firing the whole squad, they all get to roll at the same time at their target of choice, which is the Proteline. The Proteline have a guard of 12. That's the target number I need to equal or exceed with the 2d6 skill roll, adding the shoot of 5. So I'll need at least a 7 on these dice. There are other factors involved in shooting in the full rules. For example, if you don't move, you get a +1 to the shoot. If the target is in soft or hard cover, there's modifiers, and obviously you need line of sight. Also, if the target was a vehicle and moving at flank speed, which is up to double the normal speed, they would have a bonus making them harder to hit. So I've just grouped 3 sets of those pairs which have scored 7+, which means I've got a hit on that guard score of 12. I'm just checking the damage now of the auto rifle, and that has a damage of 5. The Proteline hunters have a soak, which is their armour, of 11. So I need a 2d6 roll of 6+ to score a wound against those Proteline hunters. So I can see there that I've scored 2 wounds, which means 2 of those grunts in that target squad have been waxed. I quickly deploy a couple of tokens. These are the wax symbols used in grunts. You could use any tokens for this. So why on earth didn't I remove those 2 models straight away? That would have been easy. Well, actually, by marking them, it means on the next activation of that squad, they will be removed and killed. But if you have a nearby medic or some other form of healing, you can get an opportunity to try and bring them back and heal them before that unit next activates. Suppression plays a key role in the game of grunts, and when you're shot and lose any kind of models to the waxed condition, you need to make a check against the mental statistic of the unit just to confirm to see if they can shrug off the effects of incoming fire and injury. I rolled over their mental statistic. In fact, I used the commander because he was nearby and he had a mental stat of 8, so my roll of 10 means they are suppressed. In a normal game there'd be many more units in play here and more toing and froing of damage between different tanks, vehicles, specialists like those spider droids in the top left hand of the frame. For this demo I'm going to switch straight back, and I'm using a commander special move. Commanders get 2 actions like every other unit, but one of his special actions is Take the Pain. That allows him to remove suppression from a nearby squad, which he's just done, and then his second action he's going to move 4 inches away. Suppression removes 1 action from a squad. Now I've removed that from this Proteline squad, they will have their full 2 actions in this turn, but sadly no medic nearby and no perk to keep them alive, so that means those 2 waxed squad members are now removed from play because they're dead. Thanks very much for listening in, and hopefully you've got a basic overview of how the Gruntz shooting works. Of course, when you're shooting vehicles or anything larger, there's a slightly different method where the target vehicles have multiple damage boxes which are filled in and there's a potential chance for a critical against them. The rules were designed to be simple, with minimal or no reference to tables, so that you can just play the game by looking at the profile cards. Obviously vehicles have multiple damage tracks, so you can slowly degrade them as they play during the game. Another video will be due out in the next couple of nights, focusing on the assault rules, so please check back. I'll share the details of that video when it comes out.